Good? Good. Bonjour. Hi. We don't start for 4 more minutes, but I've been having so many problems with this format on Facebook that I'm just coming on early to make sure. So we're good. All I've got today is my mat, a strap, some blocks. I don't know how much we'll need. We probably won't need them all. I just like to have them there. And then you can see I have my sitting spot too. I like to sit on the blanket so that my pelvis is tilted. But you can use a small pillow or whatever else you might like. My son's going to join us, so I'm going to scooch over. And then maybe just a little more so he has some room. Okay. Okay, 3 more minutes. I'll be back. Ones that you cut outside that were though? Uh-huh. Love it. Yeah. They're doing really good. Is that enough for him? Yeah. Okay. We need a strap? Yeah, just a strap and a couple of blocks. Just have them. I don't know if we're going to use them. Sometimes I change my mind in the middle. I always have an intention when I start, and then I don't know what happens. Is that enough space for you, too? And I'm trying to see if they can, if I come up close, they can see my whole body. Whoop. And if I move away, you can see my whole body. Okay. I just love saying hi. I just wish you were all here. I miss you all so much. No, really, really miss you all so much. Okay. Says I've been live for 11 minutes. That's interesting. I'm just going to check and make sure it's coming up because I really have no way to tell that unless I go to my phone, and then we'll get started. We're going to start lying today, so if you want to lay down on the ground and get yourself that nice comfy spot. You can have your feet up the wall. You can do butterfly. Okay. We're on. Okay, so let's start lying on the ground. Well, I've got you lying on the ground. Let's put one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. And when you take that inhalation, we're going to work on letting the belly rise first. Then we move that air up to the ribs, then up to the chest, and the chest rises. And then we come back down, ribs, belly. And when your mind wanders, just come back to this breath, the very next inhalation. Now on your next inhalation, let's see if we can also expand the back body. So we're bringing that breath up through the belly, ribs expand, chest expands, and the back expands. And then reverse. And no matter how many times the mind wanders, continually bring it back to the very next inhalation. Start anew. So we're still going to bring that inhalation up, all the way up to the back. And the exhalation now, we're going to extend it longer than the inhalation. Now we'll go back to that equal inhalation and exhalation. And then we'll move back to that normal breath. You can stay lying. We'll start the yoga from a lying position. I'm going to go sideways for this one so you can see how subtle it is. You can stay on the ground. The knees are going to be bent. Feet are hip distance apart. We're going to tuck that pelvis up so it's minute. And on the exhale, we're going to bring the pelvis down so the belly rises. Very small movement. Inhaling and then exhaling. We're warming up that lower spine. Two more times. Then we're going to keep those knees bent. Walk them out a little farther than the mat. You guys know this one by now. Nice deep inhalation. We're going to exhale both knees to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. So back and forth here and go with it. Let your body go. It's our initial movement, side to side. One more time each side. And now the next time those legs and knees are over to the right, we're going to hold. If you'd like, you can take that right foot and put it to the outer left thigh. And you can also gaze out over that left arm. Let's just take those nice deep breaths into the hip flexors. IT band. Couple more breaths. Then we'll bring those knees back to center, feet back on the ground. And when you're ready, we're going to drop those knees over to the left. And that left foot can come to the outside of the right thigh. And then we'll gaze out over that right hand. Woo, very tight on this side. Two more breaths. And we're going to inhale, bring everything back to center, come up into that seated position in whichever way works best for you. Oh, look, I have to move back. They can't see my crisscross. So we're crisscross applesauce here. Take that nice big inhale with the arms. Exhale to the right. Inhale center. Exhale left. So at your pace with your breath here, we're going to work on balance today. Very centering to be working on balance. And I feel like every week the need to be centered gets larger and larger. One more time on this left side. Then we come over to the right and hold. So right hand's behind you for leverage. Left hand can come to the right thigh. Keep that spine nice and tall. And we make those nice big twists. Nice deep belly breaths here. Two more breaths. And after that last exhalation, we'll come back to center. When you're ready, we'll move over to the left. So it's on the exhalation, left hand comes behind. Couple more breaths. Then after that last exhalation, we'll come back to center. We're going to go right into all fours. And I'm going to come sideways for a sec here. On the inhale, that belly lowers, shoulders come back, head rises. Exhale, we're pushing away from the earth, rounding the spine, tucking the chin. So back and forth. Two more times. Now this next time we're up into cat, you know we're going to push back into child's pose on that same exhalation. So inhale, coming forward. Exhaling, rounded spine, and pushing back into child's pose. And just keep working with that breath, really moving that spine. Two more times. Then we're going to end here in cow. And then we're going to flip those toes and come into our first downward facing dog. Here it is. So pedal out those legs. I'm going to go sideways again. So if you're not a big yogi, you can see what we got going here. I'm pedaling out. My heels are reaching towards the earth, my sacrum to the sky. My head's in alignment with my elbows, making one nice long line. Couple more breaths. One more. And after that last exhalation, we're going to walk those hands forward, forward fold. So same thing here. You can bend opposite knees. If you can't reach the ground, bring the ground up closer to you. Hands on those blocks. Two more deep breaths here. And after that last exhalation, we'll take a generous bend to those knees and roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Head comes up last. Let's work a couple of sun salutations, keeping it warm so we can start working on the balance part, okay? Nice big inhale up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling halfway up, flat back. Exhaling those hands down to the mat, hop or step back into plank. I'm just making sure you guys can see me. Take a couple of breaths here. Those shoulders are locked in, core's tight. One more breath. And now we're going to lower down this first time, knees, chin, chest. On your next inhale, push those legs back, hands off the ground for cobra, small back bend. Legs are engaged here. We're going to hold for a few breaths. Notice on your inhale, the belly rises, you come up. Can you hold it before the exhale? Two more breaths. Last one. We'll bring those hands back down to the earth and push back into downward facing dog. Now, downward facing dog is supposed to be a resting pose. I think it is, but I know a lot of people don't. The thing is that we're pushing away here. So you can see if I'm trying to hold myself on my hands, it's really hard. This is a lot of weight. But if I move it back, it takes that pressure off the hands. And it's pretty light. Like I can take my hands up one at a time, no big deal. That's a work in progress. One more breath. Then we're going to look between the hands, walk those feet forward, forward fold again. We're going to stay here a second. On the inhale, we're going to come up to the toes, still in that fold. On the exhale, we're rocking back. I don't know if you can see me here. So inhaling up, exhaling back. I want to make sure you can see my feet. Two more times. Then let's take a generous bend to those knees and come up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Get my block out of my way. Let's take that nice big inhale up. Arms are overhead. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, back. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. So back and forth here. I'm going to try to fix the camera. Kennedy's little face is gone. But then so is my mat. Okay. Sorry. So we're working with the breath. We're just going back and forth. I'm going to come right where Kennedy is. We're warming up side bodies. We're getting that slight back bend in the middle. One more time in all the different directions. Notice you can put your hip out to one side and get that bigger stretch too. Let's bring those hands down. We're going to inhale, right arm down, left arm up. Exhale, other side. So really reaching for the sky. One more time each side. I got to finish off on the left or I'll feel lopsided, okay? Okay, we're going to set up for tree pose, right? So lots of concentration here. I'm going to, with my feet, I'm going to open my toes and create a nice big base on the left foot. That's really the first trick, okay? Open the toes, get those toes wide. We're going to transfer the weight over to the left. Now you have options. We're going to be in tree pose. You can just be here, totally enough. Or you can be here with the foot on the calf, even better. Or you can bring that leg all the way up into the crease of your thigh. Your gaze is about 4 or 5 feet in front of you. And then you have options for hands at the heart, up here, overhead together. You can decide. Here's the work. Can you focus? Can you tune everything out around you? A couple more breaths. One more breath. Now don't put that foot on the ground yet. We're going to take that right foot, if you can, bring it behind you, warrior 3, okay? So I'm just going to go out to the side so you can see it from both angles. Once you come here, you level off those hips, arms come in front. Nice deep breaths, okay? We're making a nice long line of the body from foot all the way to hand. This gaze is down maybe around 2 feet in front. If you're having a hard time balancing, you can put a block here. Right down in front. I just made them fall over. Okay, shake that out. If you're feeling complete with that. Okay, we're going to set up on the other side. Make that nice big base with the toes on the right foot now. Get the weight over to the right. Find your spot. Where's it going to be on this side? Something I didn't say on the other side was, now that we've got ourselves aligned, we can bring that hip back a little. We don't want it to be jutted out like we're holding a baby. And find that hand spot. We're going to take those nice, huge breaths. Grateful for breath. Grateful for determination. And grateful for staying power. 2 more breaths. Okay, you ready? Let's take that left leg behind us now. Warrior 3. So I have a lack of shoulder mobility. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do instead. My shoulders are kind of a wreck right now. I'm here. So for me, I'm going to put my arms here or even here at the sides, okay? You can do that. If you have shoulder mobility, though, bringing them out is a strong pose. And we're really just focusing on that extension of the spine, making one nice long line from the fingers to the toes. 1 more breath. Ooh, okay, set it down. It's always so hard, isn't it? We're going to go into side angle. Similar but different, okay? If you have something that you can lean into for this one, I found it's really, really helpful. I'm going to move back and show you, and then I'm going to get out of Kennedy's way, okay? So we're going to set up with the left foot externally rotated, pointing in the opposite direction. And we're going to shoot to come out to the side here. Once you get here, you can open the hip, extend the arm. If you can bring that hand down to the ground and do this, wonderful. I know I can't. Okay? So we're going to start on the left side. Yeah, we'll go in opposite directions. Okay? Externally rotate that foot. Shoot out. Okay, once you get here, open the hip. And now extend the arm. Come in and out of this one as you need. I'm going to show you a trick. Can they see me? In the hall, I think so. I couldn't do this one without the wall for like 6 months. I was afraid. I was for sure I was going to fall over. So you're just here. You want the door back open? Pizzas are on. 3 more deep breaths. And after that third exhalation, gracefully, if you can, come on back up. Okay, shake it out. We're going to move to the other side, okay? I'm externally rotating the leg, bringing that block out, opening the hip. The left arm is reaching high. Right arm is pushing away. Two more breaths. And then we're going to gracefully come on back up. Woo-hoo. Okay. Let's work a couple more sun salutations, get my warmth back up, and then we'll come down to the ground, okay? Nice big inhale. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling halfway up that flat back. Exhaling, hands down to the mat. Hop or step back plank. If you feel like it, let's inhale up on those toes, plank. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. You can do this on the knees too. You just kind of pitch forward and back. 2 more. Now we're going to lower down this time, knees, chin, chest. On your next inhale, we push those legs back and come into a little bit bigger of a cobra. Shoulders down the back. My belly's tight today. I'm going to ground those hands into the earth and use them to pull my spine forward a little bit, getting a little more stretch in that belly. Two more breaths. I know. And after that last exhalation, we're going to push away from the earth, plank, and downward facing dog. Again, get that body situated, heels trying to reach the earth, sacrum to the sky. Head in alignment with those elbows. 2 more breaths. And after that second exhalation, we're going to look between those hands, walk those legs forward, forward fold. Just 2 breaths. And then on your next inhalation, those arms are going to go wide, all the way to the sky. Hands to heart. Let's go down to the ground. I'm going to adjust my camera for that. I need to go back. I think so, huh? Is that good? Let me see. Yeah. Okay, let's take that nice big inhale, extend the spine. We're in crisscross applesauce, and we're going to rotate across those knees. So on the exhale, coming across the left knee, right knee, inhaling up. You can bring those hands down to the ground. You can work with this. Ooh. We went for a small hike today. My hip flexors are angry. 2 more times in this direction. Then we're going to turn it around. Exhale across those knees. Inhale up. Couple more. Then we'll come back up to that neutral spine here. Let's extend that left leg out. I'm going to bring a strap in for my right foot. Okay, we're going to do bow and arrow here. You could hold on to the outside, or you can use your strap. Okay, so we've got it extended. Take a nice deep inhale. Back is nice and tall. Exhale, bring that leg back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. So work with your body. Maybe your leg comes straight back and can go. Mine can't. Maybe you have to go out to the side, more like me and Kennedy. Some of it's body mechanics, some of it's tightness. 2 more. I'm going to take the strap off this right leg, cross it over the left. Again, extend that spine nice and tall. Have the strap with you. We're going to forward fold. I don't need it for this one, but if you need it. When we inhale, we extend that spine, and when we exhale, we fold. I'm breathing into the low back, hamstrings, definitely the IT band on the left side. One more breath. Then we'll come up nice and slow. Uncross that right leg and get that strap or the hand onto the left leg. Extend it nice and long first. Get that back nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale forward. So at your time and pace here. Super tight on this left side. My arms in the way, all kinds of stuff. Two more times. Last one. Now take that strap off, cross the left leg over, and on your exhale, come forward for the fold. Nice deep breath, sending them to the IT bands in the back, hamstrings. One more breath. Then we're going to roll up nice and slow. Head's going to come up last, uncross those legs. Let's open them for straddle. Move so we both have room. We're going to bring those arms out to the sides here. We're going to do not so much of yoga, but some movement, and then get into the yoga part of it. We're going to crisscross here. So we're going to reach for those toes, opposite arms, just warming this area up for the work that we're going to do next. Back is tall, small twist. Back is tall again. Couple more times. While you're doing that, I'm going to show you. Bob's not here. He's a really good specimen for this. So some of us have the tight hamstrings, and when we sit without a cushion, I've noticed this instead of this, right? The way to fix that is to get a small little blanket pillow, and you're really, literally, like your butt cheeks are hanging off both ends. You got a little bit on the pillow, a little bit down on the ground, like sit bones, and now you're tilted forward. Just a little tip, since I don't see any of you. Okay, with those legs nice and wide here, we're going to bring right elbow, right knee. Left arm comes over. Inhale, center nice and slow. Left elbow, left knee. Right arm comes over. So we're taking that wide forward bend side to side instead of in the middle. Two more times each side. One more. Now the next time we come over to the right, we're going to hold. So you've got right elbow, right knee, left arm comes over. You're trying to touch your toes, but before you try to do that, turn that chest to the sky. Because we want a lateral stretch. We don't want to be collapsed. And we're sending all our breath around the left side body. One more. And inhale up. Exhale over to the other side. Same thing, left elbow, left knee. Right arm comes over, we turn that chest to the sky. Three more breaths. Really sending that breath to the right side body. And then inhale up. Let's bring those feet together for butterfly. And I know I talk about this all the time. You'll see butterfly doing the same thing as the sitting. Everybody wants their feet in and then they're hunched. Bring your feet back out. Get the spine straight, okay? If you need to put that towel underneath, do that, or that blanket. We're going to have hands on our ankles here. On the inhale, we're lengthening that spine. On the exhale, we're trying to hinge. Inhale, extend the spine again. Exhale, more hinging. So maybe this is as far as we're going. It's as far as I'm going. Some of you can probably really come down. That's wonderful. For me, the inner thigh is my hold up, so I'm just sending my breath into the inner thighs. I literally think it. Inhale, inner thighs. Exhale, inner thigh. I know it's silly, but it releases just a little bit of tension every time. Because we're just holding that tension. One more breath. We're going to come down to the ground in a lying position. We're going to keep, I'm just going to go sideways so you can see. We're going to keep the left knee bent. Right leg's going to cross over the left knee. Now, if you can reach the back thigh, go ahead. Or you can get your strap on that left foot. Either way is good. Once you get settled, tuck that chin. We don't want that neck up in the air. We don't want it all crazy. And we're sending breath now to the outer thigh, the abductors. One more breath. Let's bring that left foot back down to the ground and change sides. Right knee bends, left foot crosses over. You can either grab behind the thigh, or like Kennedy, I think I'm going to use my stretch. Ah, you got to lasso it though. Dang it. So see, this is a much tighter side for me. So I want to be authentic. I'm going to pull back a little so I can tuck my chin. Because it's just as important to have the length of the neck and the spine be in alignment as it is to get this stretch. One more breath. And we'll slowly release that right foot back down to the earth. I'm going to stay in a lying position here. We haven't done any bridging yet. You know that's got to come, bridging and ab work, right? Sorry, so I'm sideways again. Arms are down by our sides. On the inhale, we're going to come up, tush, and arms. Exhale, paint the wall, bring it down. So the heels are as close to the tushes as comfortable. Feet are hip distance apart. And we're pushing into the earth with the feet. That's actually making the movement. Inhaling up, expanding that belly. Exhaling back down. A few more times. Bridging is the ultimate strengthener of glutes, quads, and low back. Now this next time when we come up, we're going to come up to toes. We're just trading it up a little bit, more quad and calf than glute. Two more times. Last one. Now this next time we're going to come up with the heels on the ground and we're going to hold for 6 breaths. So here we go. Inhaling up, we're going to leave the hands on the earth. Knees are directly over the ankles. Thighs are internally rotated so you don't come here. We're taking those nice deep breaths. If you'd like, you can tuck those shoulders for that bigger bridge. Clasp the hands. Only if you want. 3 more breaths. Last one. And at that exhale, come up to the toes, unwind those shoulders, come down nice and slow. One vertebrae at a time. Woo! Let's put those hands under our tush. Extend the legs up in the air. And we're going to release one down to the earth. Bring it back. Left foot. Bring it back. Here we go. Can it continue? You're basically just tapping down and being in control and raising that leg again. This works lower abdominals as well as that psoas muscle I keep talking about. If these exercises are hard for you, when I say psoas, go look it up. There's a lot of strengthening you can do for that muscle. I do a lot of them every time we exercise, but there's more. Now let's bring both those knees into the chest. Tuck the chin. You can roll back and forth. We're going to hold next time. We're going to bring those legs up in the air, then bring them down to that hovering position and hold. Okay, feet are down in the ground, hands under the tush. Necks in alignment with the spine, legs are up here. We're going to slowly lower those legs in full control here and have them hover right above the ground. Now, if that's too much for your back, this bent knee will take some of the pressure off the back, but does the same work. 4 more deep breaths. You're going to start to shake. That's wonderful. Remember, you're alone. Nobody's watching. 2 more deep breaths. Last one. Let's lay those legs right down on the earth and extend those arms up over the head. Sorry, I had to get straight. And we're reaching, toes, arms, reaching as far as we can, just like you're getting out of bed in the morning. Keep that left leg extended. Bend the right knee. Arms out to the side. Nice deep inhale. Exhale that right knee across the body. Inhale it back to center. Trade sides. Left knee bends across the body. Take your time here. This is the yummy stuff. Bobby, what time is it? 6:45. I'm going to be in sync with Kennedy here. One more time each side. Now the next time your left knee is bent, we're going to hold. So left knee bends. We come over for the twist. Tuck that left foot behind the right knee. And if you can, gaze out over that left arm. Here's the big, big stretch here, the big twist. Breathe into this. Fill your belly with as much air as you can. This releases the toxins from your body, and there's no more important time than right now to be doing that. Two more breaths. And after that last exhalation, we'll come back to center, reset the body, bend that right knee, and then come over to the left. Oh, tight. Tuck that right foot behind the left knee and gaze out over that right arm. And just notice in your body, like for me, I'm just noticing I am so much tighter on this side. Whether it's my low back or the hip flexor itself or the quad. But we want to take those nice big belly breaths on this side as well, really expanding the belly. Massaging those organs, releasing the toxins. Two more breaths. And after that last exhalation, unwinding here. I know I've talked about this a lot too. We're going to do happy baby. It's so funny to be in the camera and not know where you are. Okay, so happy baby looks something similar to this. Okay? For me, it's kind of uncomfortable. Some people can hold on the inside here. Others come for the outside. The point of this is, once you get those feet in the hands, you want to tuck that chin again to get the neck in alignment and try to bring the sacrum down. So if you can't do that, get your strap or your towel or whatever you have and create it for yourself. Sacrum down, head in alignment. Okay? This is a great hip opener and a great way to end a yoga practice before Shavasana. It opens up the hips, extends the spine. Take those nice deep belly breaths here. Ooh. Woo! Almost got beat up. Two more breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to release from this position. We're going to work right into Shavasana. So I'm going to close the door because it's a little chilly. Anything else you'd like to do before we settle into the resting portion? This is Kennedy's favorite. You can have your legs up in a chair. You can have your legs up in a wall. You can have, you can sit. It doesn't have to be in a lying position, but find your spot. I know Kennedy loves when I do the whole essential oil thing, so I'm going to do that for him. So relax that body down on the earth. And for now, just focus on your breath. And we'll start from the top of the head, where we're going to release the tension of the forehead. So if you have a partner to do this with or a child, they can do it for you too. I put a little dab of essential oil in my hands. Peppermint today, because it's yummy. But you can do all kinds of stuff. Then we massage the third eye. Then we take our thumbs and rub them across the eyebrows. Then I'm going to come behind his ears and find the ridge under his head and massage it too. Then because it's good for him, I'm going to pick up his head in my hands and tuck his chin for him. And then I like to hold the scent over his eyes so he can get it. So make sure you ask permission, but you can do this for each other. And then release the face. Working down to the hands and arms. Let them fall heavy into the earth. Fingers curl up. The belly softens. The glutes relax. Thighs become heavy. And the feet relax. And we go back to our breath. And we'll start by deepening the breath. You don't have to go anywhere. I'm not watching. If you want to stay there, stay there. We'll give those small movements to the wrists and ankles, maybe the head. And when you're ready, rolling over to your side if you're on a lying position and coming to a seated. No rush. I've got nowhere to go. And let's take those arms out really wide. Take all that energy, all that love. Bring it together in the hands. And bring those arms down all the way to our heart. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I appreciate all of you. Namaste. Before we go, I had this idea, so I'll talk to OCG about it. I feel like there's like questions that people might have or suggestions, so I want to try to see how we can work that out. Maybe I'll just send you all over to my page. I don't know. I'll talk to everybody over it on Common Ground and see. But I think that's something that's missing, like the non-interaction ever. I'd love to be able to give you some tips, hints, things you might be struggling with for the next video so I can come back and work on them with you, give you hints and tips. So let me work that out for the week. Wednesday, 12 o'clock, whole body, no equipment needed. And I think that's it. It's nice out for the next few days, so get outside, even if it's just sitting in your front yard. Let that sun penetrate your skin, get that vitamin D going. We have spent a long time inside, and we were inside a long time before that because of the winter. So get out there as much as you can, enjoy your sun, and that's something you can do, okay? Have a beautiful weekend. I'll see you guys next week.